Welcome to another fabulous CB and the Boys radio show. We have got a fabulous hot show tonight with some fire hot topics you don't want to miss. So just sit back and relax and buckle up. It's going to be a thrilling ride on CB and the Boys. So, see you in. George, roll it.
CB Booker, George Breaker Boy Homie, Roger Hawkins, Mimi Acosta. Let's go! CB and the Boys, Midweek Motivator. Come on, gather around, get to 411, and let's talk about it.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to CB and the Boys. I am CB, and we got the crew in the house minus one. What is up, everybody? What's up, Mimi?
Hey, what's up? I'm in the building.
CBM, the boy.
Then we have, Mr. Universe himself, Roger Hawkins. What's up, Raj?
What's jerking, folks? What's jerking?
And of course, George is working, and he might tap in. We do not know. Hope he does.
Might tap in, but George is making a come up for the family, so we had to put him on that stroll.
Yeah.
Hi, JJ.
Hi, JJ.
It's all good. It's all good. So what's going on with y'all this week?
Well, happy 4th of July. Did everybody enjoy their 4th?
I'm over it for a long time. My kids are a little older, and it's different out here.
Yeah.
I've told y'all that before. Like, it's different. So people shoot stuff off and things, but after a bunch of decades, you're just like, all right, I'm done. But we have good views, mountains, and all that. So we could just go watch it. You can go watch a show anywhere. So we just kind of hung out. Really, no major nothing.
I think for me over here, it's just the neighborhood. The neighborhood was freaking on fire. But the neighborhood was on fire for freaking days. So I was like, when is the 4th? Because like the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, like shit.
That's kind of my thing. It's like
look, and nothing against my beautiful Mexican neighbors, right? But oh my God. Like they were like, no, we're gonna finish these freaking fireworks until they're done.
Yes.
That's when it's over.
And
it sounds like
they
gunshots every day.
They do.
Now,
we have them shooting here like at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, who the hell is up shooting fireworks?
The same young people that ain't got shit to do any other time. Now, I will say my neighbors down the street, now they have these sweet kids, couple little girls and all that. They love my dogs, blah, blah, blah. The thing about kids are pure. And so they have no qualms about walking up to the big scary black man and going, can we pet your dogs? And they've been doing it since they moved here, and they're as sweet as they can be, so I let them do whatever. It's funny how parents will be like, whatever her name is, get over here and all. But, if I come down the street, I got a big one and a little one. They'll run right out there. It was their house. So it's kind of like that's what you get. Their dumbass parents caught their door on fire, their garage. They don't have a garage door anymore. So,
wow.
Because it was funny because like everybody in my family got up and was like, "Hey, the fire truck's here. The fire truck's here." You know what Raj did? Nothing. I did not get up. You know why? It wasn't my house, and it was far enough away that I knew it wasn't going to be my house. So I saw it in the morning. Shit.
Something you sit down, freaking wearing the seats. JJ, the dick is on, okay? You know what? We might have to do a disclaimer. My bad. It might need to come up.
I mean, okay, that's fine.
All right. All right. Well, shout out to everyone who had a birthday this week. Shout out to our so far July birthdays up to July 10th. We will say happy birthday to you. All those experiencing anniversaries or whatever your celebrations. Happy celebration to you. Happy anniversary. Happy birthday. Now,
Yes. And if I may say, happy birthday to my artist, Juliana Fox, aka Lord Jew. We don't tell how old she is, but she's cute. And happy birthday. And
Is
keep it
she
moving.
illegal? If you legal, nobody.
She's legal.
We had this discussion in the barbershop. Keep it going.
all right. So this day in history,
Mhm.
July the 10th, in 1985, the Greenpeace ship Rainbow Warrior sinks. The ship was in harbor in New Zealand when it was bombed and sunk, killing Fernando Pereira, a photographer who was aboard the ship. It was found out later that French government operatives were responsible for the incident.
Mm.
In 1967, New Zealand adopts new currency. The New Zealand pound was replaced by the New Zealand dollar. In 1962, Telstar, the world's first communication satellite, is launched in space. The satellite, made by a collaboration between organizations in the US, the UK, and France, transmitted the first live television images in the world. And shout out to France for having their elections, their fair and free elections. And they did it right. We should definitely take some tips from the French on how to do an election because theirs went very smoothly. No insurrection. It was great. Also, a few more. In 1940, the Battle of Britain, the German Air Force, or Luftwaffe, launched an air campaign against England. It was one of the first battles during the Second World War, fought entirely between air forces, and it ended a few months later with a British victory. And last but not least, in 1913, on this day, Death Valley, the US experiences the highest temperature ever recorded on Earth. Measurements showed that the temperature had reached a whopping 134 degrees Fahrenheit or 57 degrees Celsius. That's
Sizzling, okay?
hot.
So,
Outside on the
so
ground.
let me for perspective now. You're in Arizona, so I know y'all see it. So we just broke our record last week. I know people. It's been making national headlines because, as a rule, I've always said we kind of hang a little bit behind Arizona, but basically Vegas was like hold my beer this year because we've been in trip. We've got a record now, triple digit days, and we got it early. So we hit 120 last week already. It was 116, 118, 118, 120. So it's just been not even like 105. It's been like 118, 120. So the fact that 134 was the hottest ever and we were 14 degrees off of that is scary as shit. Although Death Valley is really only about an hour away from here. So you do the math. But it's no joke. I actually took pictures. I was going to show them, but I didn't have time. I was going to show a bunch of pictures of pigeons laying up under cars and all kind of buildings and shit. And it was the caption was, it's so hot the damn birds won't fly. They're literally under people's cars and under benches and under equipment. They won't fly. It's that hot. Like birds don't even do it. Birds like shit. You go.
I have birds walking here in Arizona. They're like, fuck flights.
Pretty much. That's where that is where
they said the devil decided to breathe on Vegas. That's how hot it is out there.
Hey,
wow.
I saw I saw the devil in the taxi cab.
That's crazy.
Okay. All right. And celebrating births today, celebrity Jessica Simpson, the American singer-songwriter. Her birthday is today. Sunil Gavaskar, the Indian cricketer, celebrates his birthday today. French writer Marcel Proust celebrates his birthday today, and Nikola Tesla celebrates his birthday today, and John Calvin also celebrates his birthday today. So happy heavenly birthday to some of those on the list who were born in 1509, 1856, and 1871. And happy birthday to Jessica Simpson.
All right. Oh, Jess, huh?
Okay, so I'm ready for a drink.
Mimi ready to do her thing. Okay. It's been a little minute, it's been a little minute. know
It's
she
11:11, honey. I need a Nemo show for sure right now.
she got her fruity fruit thing going probably.
Come get the 411 and it's Mimi's drink special. Mimi, let them know what you're sipping on.
Okay, guys, seriously, you guys know that I'm accustomed to doing my little fruity thing. I ain't doing fruity nothing tonight. I'm doing a Diet Coke on ice with my red straw. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I wanted something sizzling. I wanted something a little sweet, but not sugary sweet. And here we go, Diet Coke.
Girl,
what you got?
You shouldn't have. Oh, okay. Anyway.
H2O.
Oh, I got me some too. Hold on.
Nobody give a shit. Actually,
whatever. What you got?
Actually, I'm going to shock y'all tonight because of Saturday coming up. I'm sitting on Propel.
That's still close enough.
Yeah. Good. I really like it, and they have so many flavors now.
Yes, they do have flavors.
Propel. So
Propel. Call us. CB and the Boys. Be our sponsor.
Been doing my thing for a minute because I got to get ready. So don't worry about it. I'll be back.
JJ, what you over there drinking, Jay? I know you got something. Let me see.
I hate leaving you alone. That breaks my heart.
Well, look, it's a lot. It's a lot going on.
Right. Hey, listen. That's too damn many questions on a Wednesday. How about that? If you ain't drinking, you part of the problem.
And you better be. I know JJ always got something. So let's see. Actually, I'm driving blood orange gin. Okay.
I'm assuming she meant drinking.
Drinking. Yeah, because you will be drinking.
Yeah. Actually,
yeah, I'm trying to put that out there because
it should say, hey, I'm drunk on blood orange gin already.
Like, in Vegas.
This is what I'm gonna say. To that, I mean, listen, I respect anybody that can fade the juniper because a lot of people ain't hip on gin. It's an old school drink, but gin goes hard. I tell people,
so when you put the word blood in front of it, what does that mean?
Blood orange is just it's a fruit, but that's the flavor. I'm sure it's just the flavor. You've heard,
like diamond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just when you put blood in front of it, it just makes it so more edgy.
Well, you know what I think of though? When I hear blood anything, I think about Bloody Marys, and those are disgusting.
They are.
So,
but if you've ever seen a blood orange, that's just interesting because the outside is orange, but inside is very, very deep red. So hence
but they taste good though.
They're amazing. Amazing. Yeah, they're really, really good. I'm surprised you don't know much about that, Mimi, because it's one of those tropical things.
So on the 411.
yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm just saying. John all say. Okay, so check this out. So you guys know that up here, right? We have this Lake Lanier.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is about Lake Lanier, pulling people under, people disappearing, people going for a swim, not coming back. Okay, so this little 20-year-old swimmer, he was found alive at Lake Lanier after going missing on Monday. Really? So on Monday, July the 7th, Zachary Rutledge reportedly went missing at Lake Lanier. Rutledge was found alive on Tuesday morning by Hall County Sheriff Department. Rutledge's friends lost track of him while they were all swimming. Upon losing him, they called Hall County deputies to the park around 8:30 p.m. A search operation was initiated as it was unclear if Rutledge was still in the water or left at the park. The Georgia Department of Natural Resources and Hall County Fire Rescue executed a comprehensive water search while the Georgia State Patrol conducted aerial searches, and all results came back inconclusive. So it wasn't until Rutledge, who had stayed the night at Burton Mill Park on Lake Lanier, had flagged down a deputy that the search ended. So the investigation revealed that Rutledge had swam to an island from the shore. Upon his return, he realized that his friends had left without a phone and accessible resources for help. He had spent the night at the park. Rutledge told the authorities that he had heard the helicopters during the GSP aerial search, but did not know they were looking for him. Although this was a better ending than most Lake Lanier stories, the park encourages all attendees to stay close to people they come with and not swim alone. Because if you swim with 4 people in an area, what the hell tells you to keep going? Or
I'm gonna let that be. Y'all already know what it is because you know what group of people doesn't swim well and doesn't swim in groups. You know what group of people damn sure don't venture off. So I'm gonna leave it right where it is.
That one was a no-brainer because I was thinking
you can put certain people in life jackets and they still won't go off the damn coast and hang on to the edge. Nah, swimming ass people. So
that
jacket. How did he drown? Did he take it off? Anyway, the purpose of a life.
Yeah.
It's just good that he was found alive because
that's
many
a rare
people,
bird.
Don't.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy. It'd be interesting to hear his story. Like,
he hung out overnight.
Well, it wouldn't be interesting because you know what? He was either on mushrooms or drunk. Ain't no damn story. Ain't no story to swimming the hell off from your friends other than trying to have an adventure with your retarded ass.
Everybody's going to Lake Lanier. These kids going to Lake Lanier. Don't nobody care about somebody drowning until one of their own drown.
Yeah.
Their asses won't be going to Lake Lanier for a while.
Or again, and then you got to put the little sign out there, and this is where June goes down 3 times the charm.
Yes. So anyway, moving right along, honey, our world seems to be in trouble. And this happened in Colorado. Colorado health officials investigating a human case of bubonic plague.
Like,
what?
We got rid of that shit decades ago, and here we are.
I know, but the shit seems to be back. Hold on. Health officials in Colorado are looking into the possible case of the plague in a human. The plague is a rare bacterial infection that killed tens of millions of people in Europe in the 14th century. Antibiotics can now be used to treat it with ease. 7 human cases of the plague are estimated to occur each year in the United States, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. In February, Oregon officials reported a case of plague in a person who's most likely contracted it from their sick cat. So people just take care of yourselves because we don't know. We got an election coming up. Trump acting crazy. My boy Biden having little issues here and there. We don't know what's gonna happen. So now we got plagues.
Yeah,
I just have to tell you.
Your cat.
Then he's acting up. So much shit happening.
I realize 700 years post bubonic. The 14th fucking century. We're in the 21st century, and we got to deal with this goofy shit. Like that just goes to show, the planet is trying to kick us the hell off because we can't be right. Let's just redo it again. Let's just do rickets and polio and black plague and all that shit because I don't get it. I don't get it. For the life.
Moving right along. Women, you guys need to be very, very careful with the men that you're dating on today. This dumbass, a Florida man drops a 4-year-old baby boy off of a hotel balcony after dangling him in one leg. So the 31-year-old idiot said, who only met the mother hours before, was charged with aggravated child abuse after telling her that he wanted to scare him a little bit, while a witness said that the boy fell directly on his head onto the concrete, no grass.
Yep.
Poor baby.
I don't have the rest of the story on that, so I don't know whether the little boy died. I don't know.
I read the same story.
Okay.
I don't know what his condition is. They at least didn't mention it immediately. That being said, we keep on talking about. Listen, it is some badass parents out there. And I know we always lean one way versus the other, but this is the kind of shit I'm talking about. The fact that you have a 4-year-old and the fact that you would bring someone around. Listen, I'm a pretty trustworthy individual. But what you can't do is come around me and mine that early. Like hours, just hours.
Yes.
And then you wonder how this kind of shit happens. She's every bit as responsible as he is. Now, that being said, as soon as you'd grab that kid and started dangling, I don't know. My thing is, if you got a barrel pointed at you, you either walk back in, or when you let Junior go, I'm gonna let a few fly. So again, I'm not gonna be.
That's right.
But yeah, like you got to be kidding me. Death becomes everybody. Yeah, you're right about that, shorty. That's crazy. Like, what would you do to scare a kid? You just met him. No kid is that annoying a few hours in, I don't think. But again,
I mean,
yeah, listen,
look, if you don't like kids, just leave the situation. Like, you
how
know what,
about
Shorty,
that?
I can't do this.
How about
You
that?
know, my kids are grown. I can't do this. I'm sorry, you're cute, but I gotta go. I can't do this.
What's really going
Well,
on?
for
Yeah.
me, there's no way that I would introduce my child to anyone that I just met hours before. Number one,
That's I
Right.
think
you
that's
know that right there. And then you stand there and watch him dangle your child.
Right.
What
He told
kind
you
of
he
mother
was. He told you he was gonna do it to scare the baby to begin with.
was
So
she
he's telling
high?
you what he's gonna do.
that
Your
part.
initial.
We all gotta go. Listen, we all gotta go. I'll go over the edge if you go after my kid goes. We all going. Yeah. I
I'm
don't know.
holding your legs and I'm flipping your ass over because we all going down. Okay.
Which,
And
you know
even
what?
if the child makes it, he's never going to be the
Probably
same.
not, because I don't even know what the outcome was with that.
On his head.
Straight
Wow.
On
on
his head, on the concrete.
He's going to be a special needs
Yeah,
if he
probably.
makes it.
Hopefully not. Or he might just like, yo, what?
I mean, like
From a
kids,
balcony on your head?
It could have been a one. It could have been a one floor balcony. They didn't say how many floors up it was.
the thing is, kids are
Hopefully.
resilient in a way that we are not, and they are made to take like punishment. But that's kind of excessive. I mean, you know, my Uncle Roger actually fell 3 stories when he was a kid and lived, obviously. But yeah, so
I just messed up.
it is. It's true. My Uncle Roger. I'm not fucking lying about that.
They called you Raj for a reason.
I used to jump off shit, but yeah, not 3 stories. I was named after my uncle. Yeah, he had a
Oh, okay, so this one here is going to be very, very interesting, guys. And this happened in Philadelphia. And I'm going to say a one-liner that I saw after the fact, after I wrote it down, that really pissed me off. But anyway, let me go with what I saw first, okay? So a woman chases a Philadelphia man out of a Dollar Tree after accusing him of ejaculating on her leg. So the Philadelphia police are looking for a man who reportedly exposed himself and ejaculated on a woman's leg in a Dollar Tree store. The footage was seemingly filmed by the woman who was reportedly victimized in the incident. In the video, she can be seen chasing the man out of the store while shouting to witnesses that he had ejaculated on her leg while she was shopping before quickly leaving the scene. As the suspect was running away, the woman can be heard yelling, "Okay, yeah, he fucking ejaculated on my leg."
Nah, that shit don't jive. That shit does not jive.
So
let me ask.
So there was surveillance. Okay, according to CBS News, the store employees informed authorities about the man's usual hangout. That is his usual hangout spot, leading the police to release photos of the surveillance footage of the suspect. Anyway, now it was the Philadelphia cops and Meek Mill that's looking for this guy. Okay, so
and Meek Mill. Why?
That's why I said the one-liner. Like, I didn't understand that in the following video. It's like, why
did he know her? So here's what I gotta know. I've been a guy most of my life, I think. How the hell did he get that off that quickly? And why did she stand there and let him get it off? She wants to pay. That's bullshit. You're gonna sit there and go, "What are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? Don't do that." Guess what, guys? Look over here. Don't give me that shit. Right. You know there's got to be more to it than that. That's don't get me wrong. I might be a little afraid if somebody pulled out his wacky and did that too, but I'm not gonna stand there. You got the advantage. He's occupied. You've got the advantage. So that sounds a little weird.
Okay. So
2 words to that. Snip.
Russell said what? It was probably lotion from somewhere.
Yeah, Russ.
Tell us something, because there's no way. Who stands there and let it not like, oh shit, go ahead, player. Let me see.
Like I said, snip.
He had a zip down, pull it out
real quick.
Yeah. Come on, man. Come on.
Homemade.
Come on, B.
Because there's no way that I would stand there.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, did that. I mean,
even if he's a Minuteman, let's just assume it took him at least multiple attempts, shall we say. You can't tell me that she couldn't look like that, seeing my man at attention and moved away.
Right.
She's gonna try to get a paycheck. But
now
There's
his
more
damn,
to it.
his damn DNA all over you.
nothing for nothing, leave nothing. Had to do something. The motherfucker jacked off on the leg.
Mommy, if you're listening, good night, Mom.
Here we
Good boy, Roger.
Mommy,
Smoking tonight.
love you. I can't drink. I gotta do something.
Gotta do something. So anyway, I don't know if you have access to my little video.
Yeah. You want to go top to bottom? Or
Yes, let's go top to bottom, honey, because the baby ain't here.
All right,
We gotta find out what done happen here.
Yeah, let me pull this joint up real quick. Mimi be coming with some who bangers, buddy. So,
I know. I'll be excited about them too.
she said excited.
Because I want us to talk about this one here. How is that possible? And it is.
All right, let me. Yeah, I'm just setting it on up. Just setting them up.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah. So, see, doing George's job for him. I'm about to fire this dude. Except he's out there making money, so I can't.
Hopefully he don't fire all of us.
Right. Yeah.
Y'all ending shows, whatever.
That would happen when you leave the kids to play.
Don't touch nothing, Krista.
Right. Uncle George and left us with this shit. Oh, that's funny. Anyway, I'm doing double duty, so y'all just bear. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right. Let me restart the joint. Cause I was reading it maybe, and I was just like, you gotta be kidding me.
Husband who served his wife divorce papers because he had a blood test done on his 5-year-old daughter. Come to find out the daughter wasn't his. He's upset. He serves her papers. So the mother, who also is complex about this whole situation because she knows that baby is his. She knows there's a problem. So she goes and get a DNA test. Lord and behold, she's not the mother. So now this boils down to what happened in the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
What happened in the hospital? The baby was switched.
Uh-huh.
Now, we don't know if it was done intentionally or if it was done by mistake. But this is 5 years. So now the husband and wife have to go through court. They have to, and unfortunately, they find their child. The baby was in foster care. So they have gone 5 years without their child. And finally was in foster care. And now you got to also remember, now you got a whole year old you have a 5-year-old that you've been raising. So now that child needs to be placed with their parents. The whole ordeal is, I can't imagine it. I cannot imagine it. You guys have got, these hospitals have got to take accountability. You have got to be better. Hey, mothers, take a little fingernail polish and mark your baby's toe whenever they leave that room.
Oh, son.
Can you imagine that? I get goosebumps. 5 whole years. This child is in kindergarten. Oh, mommy, daddy, hey. And now you messed up this whole child's life.
Now, okay, first of all, let me ask you, what would you do? What would you do in for both kids, and how would you handle that?
Well, see, this is the thing, right? Because you guys have know, and I thought, this is the thing, it's gonna be some long, complex shit I'm about to say. We're gonna have to, if my child is in foster care, I definitely need my child because that's my baby. Right. My baby out of foster care. But now I'm gonna have to co-parent somehow. It's gonna be co-parenting with the child I've been raising with the other family, so it can be an easy transition. Because it's just hard, period. Now it's gonna have to be this conversation with a 5-year-old that the 5-year-old will not understand, but
Not
I'm
at
gonna
all.
have to be really involved until it's okay. That's how I would handle it. To like move forward, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
And hopefully the parent is also willing to do the same. Because what if the parent is in a whole different state?
That right. Yeah, that's like, ooh.
Then it becomes even more complex. Yeah.
What do you think, Shawty?
Man, I couldn't even fathom if I found out after all these years the twins weren't mine. Oh man.
No. Let's just say one of them. You got a boy and a girl. Next thing you know, you go home with a boy and a girl, and you find out 5 years later that the little girl is not yours or the
you
little
gotta do
boy.
like some research. It doesn't matter one, both, but you know what I mean. Like you got one out there that is, and then you've got this situation here. How would you handle that?
I don't know. I couldn't even fathom. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's my right there.
They just said I have to get my biological child out and continue to raise the one that I already had.
Yep. That's pretty much straight up. I mean, obviously you want to find. Well, I wouldn't work too hard. Put it like that. I would treat that the same way as if you found a bag of money. You put real small print in the newspaper in a town somewhere in Wyoming and go, I found it. Oh, nobody claims it. That's what I would do. I'm like, I'm taking the whole bag. Like, give me all the kids. I wouldn't. There ain't no way I could just
see. But this is the thing. How do you do that though? Because one child comes home with you. So I guess they didn't. Whatever happened, this child was left at the hospital after the mother gave birth for the child to end up in foster care.
Well, but you mean the one that got switched?
I'm with Russell, where he said first you would sue the hospital, first of all.
Oh, for sure.
Because
that's going to happen.
That it even happened. But there's no way because the bond has already been established with the one child.
I like what Russell said though. He said then adopt a second child if they can't find their original parents.
I'm not looking. I'm not looking for them. I'm really not. If the state says I have to, I keep telling y'all, you know what I'm gonna do, because if you actually like really, really read between the lines, they give you lots of loopholes out for things like that. Like you have to, make a small announcement or you have to let somebody know. I would go to an AM radio station that only played static on a Sunday night and announce I had that kid, and then that would be my due diligence. I would record it, and then I'm not looking any further. I'm keeping both kids. I can't even imagine doing that, because the same way you can get with a woman or a man who's got a kid, you're going to develop some attachment. That's why those stories always get real ugly when people use the kid against the other person, blah, blah, blah. But a situation like this, when you really, really like, I'm raising this like it's my kid, dog. we not going through that. You're going to have to come take him now. And I know, I don't know him offhand, don't quote me, but I know there are rules, regulations, laws. I know there's something out there that just about protects you in that way. The same way you can make a step parent pay child support because they've been in the life. Yes. You can get either joint custody or parental rights and all kind of stuff when you do something. It's one of the we still do halfway decent in this country if you get the right judge.
And it's a pretty tough thing to imagine, because imagine you have the best set of parents that are raising this little 5-year-old that's been given the world and elite and all types of things, that it could just be the perfect world. And then you have your biological child that's in the foster care system, and you don't know what that child's been through.
That would be so. And the first 5 years, maybe
are the most crucial years.
Yeah. So that kid is probably 75-80% already, somewhat damaged. Not saying beyond repair, but there's definitely damage, because those are the years that develop your character. So there's a lot of deprogramming to be done, but at least they found, and so that's good. But
what a story though.
She avoided getting her ass tore out the frame and divorced though.
No, for real. His ass was like, shit, whatever you're gonna prove
but
it.
You know what? This is why I am for mandatory testing. I don't give a damn.
Immediately.
I don't care if you've been married 20 years. If you ain't got nothing to worry about, go for it. It's only like your mama told you, if you got something to hide, then you shouldn't be doing it. If you don't care, shit, go on up in there. Go right ahead, knock yourself out.
But it's for this very reason that people definitely should do that, because there are many times where parents don't even form a bond with their child, and this could be why.
Right. But
Yeah.
and you know what? That's a really good point. You know how
Mhm.
often this really has happened? It's tougher now because we have ways to kind of backtrack. And you know how bad it is when people are getting ready to pass away, or they need an organ, or they need to do whatever, only to find out their adult children are not theirs.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And the thing is, I'm sorry, ladies. 90+% of the time, it's not us telling that lie. It ain't. Because
Yes.
the protection comes from, well, he was in the military. Well, I didn't want him to know I had a fling with my boy. It happens. And so I think this is why, at the very least, save somebody's sanity and life by just, as soon as that baby's born, let's do it. And then you have all these documents, no
Right.
questions ever. I got a good friend of mine going through that. His daughter is about 25, and he's been told pretty much her whole life, hey man, but he wanted it to be his, so he, until they broke up, of course, and then she took off real quick and got married to somebody else. There's a lot of red flags, and I think
Yeah.
he's at the point where he just wants to know. She's an adult, but they don't have a great relationship. He just wants to know. And I mean, I couldn't imagine. I don't know if that's going to be relief or heartbreaking. Yes. So yeah, that's tough, right?
Yeah, because it's not like he's giving child support, and it's like, you know what, I need a DNA test.
He
Because
get it
nowadays you
back.
gotta
No,
do.
he did, but he paid. He just paid, sight unseen. He was like,
So what
okay.
happens if he's been receiving all this child support all these years, and you find out at age 25 she's no longer, she's not yours?
You never get it back. That one thing about it, a judge will cut your support if, let's say, for instance, the kid is 16 and you find out you don't have those 2 years left or college or whatever.
Right.
But the man, the paying parent, shall we say, never gets that money back. It's
That's
just
not cool, man. That's like theft, man. Theft by taking. Okay?
Exactly. They never get it back. So that's why I tell brothers, if you look at a kid and even think, I don't care how mad someone gets, even think. Go ahead, just go ahead and do it. It'll be the best.
Yeah.
400, 800, whatever.
I think they could do it now while the person is pregnant, right?
Yeah, you can do it. Supposedly it's risky, but you can use amniotic fluid, and you can do in vitro, or not in vitro, but in utero.
Yeah. Amniocentesis.
Russ said, he said, yeah.
Chef by deception, theft. Yeah.
We
got
you, brother. It is.
Moving right along to my second video.
Yeah.
To us who like drinking Coca-Cola and Diet Coke.
And now here the kicker. Here the kicker. Mimi, you're in the Coke. You're in the Coke capital because that's where it came from.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
This is a Coca-Cola. This is one of the Coca-Cola plants. Okay.
Well, that's where it was invented. Straight up.
What's with the cat? Is that Crystal?
You know it is. We're retarded ass.
Shit, you talking about no shaking her head? Get the cat down.
Once again, if they say that, they lying.
Oh my gosh.
Now, Yoda's my boy, but you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. All right. I've seen. What's funny is I've seen a lot of.
So is this video real? That's the question. Let's get it.
Woo! What was that?
I don't know, but Roger just froze in the midst of his smoke. Okay.
I'm just having fun. That's my musica. That's my musica. No, I'm gonna replay it.
Okay.
That was a setup, but yeah, you'll see here in a second. Like I said, sorry folks, I'm doing 2 jobs at once, so you'll get there. You'll get there. They're like, what are the fool doing? So check this out. See, this is why George didn't want me to show you anything.
Oh my gosh, Chris. Okay, let's go.
She's a badass little kid. So this is what y'all heard. That's bad. So
a whole lot is happening in that
and
video.
look, here's the bad part about it. Y'all know me, I lie to anybody but y'all. Don't listen, don't encourage her, even though, like I said, Yoda's my favorite character. Don't encourage her. Yeah.
Oh,
that is my boy.
Okay,
that is my boy, though.
Moving right along.
But that's look,
Go
I
ahead.
like Coke, but I like Coke sporadically. Let's put it like that. I like it sporadically. Every now and then I'll mix it with some lesser whiskey, but yeah, I'm here to tell you it's not good for you, for real, for real.
Yeah.
Nothing in this country is. That's what's shitty. Nothing in this country is good for you. Man.
Okay. You're about to have... Okay, we're gonna move forward.
Because you can't have nothing. If it's good, it ain't good for you. Shit.
That's it. If you just have lettuce, E. coli. If you just have watermelon, something else. If you have a banana, worms. I mean, you just can't. Fruits, vegetables, anything.
Like the real truth is, like, yeah, you're telling the truth though. Like, you can't have nothing.
Okay, so yeah, next video, number 3. People, stop leaving your kids in the car. It's one thing with the air conditioner on. It's another with the air conditioner off. Yeah. Everybody needs to go to jail.
But you know what's crazy about this? Here we go right here. What's crazy about this is the fact that look at it. So this mom was arrested.
Yeah, she should be.
No? Okay. It's okay.
San Antonio woman was arrested after leaving her 2 toddlers in a car without air for almost an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen to how the fella's breathing. I know he's upset, but man.
Is she in there?
It was a 1 month old, a 1 year old, and a 4-year old.
I was about to do that right now. No, this is me. Oh. This is them. Look at him. He's sweating like crazy. And there's another one in the back. Here, let's take those babies out. Yeah. Yeah, I asked him if they wanted water. Come here, baby. I know. Yeah. Yeah. There's a baby back here.
There's a baby in the back.
Poor little things.
And the car was off.
Is that the mom right there? Yes, I believe so.
An hour?
You got everything?
Show her face.
Oh my God.
Here's the thing.
They did not show her. The temperature was in the 90s. A bystander saw the 3 kids in the car. The engine was turned off. 2 toddlers and an infant. San Antonio, Texas.
At least the door was unlocked, or did they bust the window to get them out?
But yeah, now here's the thing. I'm just saying. Back in our day, we knew how to get out of the car. I mean, you can't leave because your mama gonna whoop you. But we knew how to. But we also had windows that did like that.
Yeah.
We had that.
Yeah.
But look. This is bad. If you're from the 70s or 80s, and anybody out there know I'm not lying, you could open up the car and go into a store or look your head in somewhere you shouldn't have and be like, "Mama, we," listen. My stepdad used to work. He used to bartend. He used to do that. I've seen kids do it. I've seen kids come into a bar and go, "Mama, can we have something to drink?" And Mama will get them a pop and send them right back out to the car. Swear to God, 28 Park.
See, but that was not happening with us. First of all, wherever my mom went, and the 4 of us was in the car, me and my brothers, she was gonna give us one look. Guys, look, we're getting ready to go in the store.
Don't you touch it. Go ahead. Pick your hand.
Don't
Put your hand up.
Don't ask for nothing, okay? I'm telling you right now. We're going inside the store. I don't want to hear nothing because I know what's gonna happen when we get home. And she was not playing about shit like that.
But here's what really gets me. When you know that every other day children are dying the same way, that to me, I'm gonna be honest with you, she should be charged with attempted manslaughter or something, only because you know what the end result is gonna be. I really feel like this was probably a mom who was on edge, who couldn't take it anymore, and who was like, you know what, if I come back out and one or two of them is not here, I'm serious. It happens way too often.
That's some sick shit to even think.
It is.
This is how overwhelmed people get, and I'm not speaking on that because I'm sure.
Right.
But you look, you can
just like a parent that would decide that they just want to take their car and dive it into the water with all their kids in it.
You can walk up to somebody and damn near be like, "Can you watch my kid? I'm about to lose my mind and kill myself, or kill them, or do whatever." They'll be like, "Okay," like they would do. People would step in the same way they did. That is not the answer. I got nothing for that. I got nothing for that. That just makes me it just disgusts me. It just disgusts me.
JJ said, what about the couple in Georgia, I believe, who left their kids in the car while they took another into the ER? We were all going into the ER together, honey. Right. I wasn't leaving my kid nowhere.
Right.
Shit, it's interesting because when my daughter was 7, my son was 5, I had an asthma attack, and my kids called 911. Shakima got the ambulance to the apartment, and my neighbor took the kids in while I was gone. You know, and that was just like so sweet because they just stepped in, honey. That's one thing in the islands. The neighborhood will step in and do what they got to do to make sure that everything is good.
I mean, it used to be like that everywhere. Not anymore.
Not no more.
Like real talk.
You go to the emergency room, come back, and babies are gone. With the neighbor, everybody shut down.
Yeah, but that come on, man. Like, I don't know, that kind of thing. I can't even joke about that. That infuriates me. Infuriates me. Because got 1 month old, a 1 year and 4. That woman she wanted something to happen to them. She wanted either someone to take them and help her, or she wanted them to not be breathing because she can't.
Well, you never know. She could have had an extremely, extremely abusive situation happening at home, and that might have been her way of saying, you know what, if they take the kids and they take me in.
If she could have gone in and asked for help. If she was being beat, take your kids in there and tell them we are being beaten. So you're gonna leave them out there to drop dead from heat, and you're gonna go in there and go, oh yeah, by the way, come on. You know?
An hour later. So no, it doesn't work.
Yeah. Anyway. That's the part that I can't wrap my head around, is that she left them in the car for an hour.
They were arrested for child abuse, and during that time, one of the kids died in the car from the heat. Oh, are you talking about the ones from Georgia? No way. Wow.
Happens over and over.
Yeah.
Mimi loves to give me WTFs.
Yes.
So here we go.
Oh man.
Here we go.
So this looked like egg rolls that were being made.
Either egg rolls or burritos.
Hello, my healthy friends. Have you seen this video? Absolutely unbelievable. I cannot believe it. That's exactly what it looks like. This is why you have to be very careful who you eat from and where you eat. I would like to know your thoughts on this video. And if you enjoy videos just like this one, go ahead and give us a follow.
Yeah, we're not doing that. But are you out? Listen.
George! Christmas in July.
What's
up? George looked like he's at the party. Or
right.
He
got on grand shit.
Red blue lights. What's going on?
It's George.
Yeah.
It's George. Hey, George. We're so happy that you're here.
Oh, Lord.
Walking around some day.
Yay, George. George is here.
What's up, Cat Daddy?
George.
George popping in. He probably out there balling out. He making it rain somewhere. That's what George doing. Making it rain.
George is here. George is here.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Get the over right here. Yeah. you know, listen, you ain't got to worry about George leaving none of his kids in the car because his car got 2 seats. His car got 2 wheels.
All right.
Ain't gonna be none left on there.
Oh,
look like that hat representing KC. Look at him all blinged out.
Did everybody get put on time? What the hell just happened?
Yeah. We
Looking
got some
good,
wackadoo
cousin?
connectivity.
Yes, amazing. Okay, let's get back up.
Damn,
All
I
I
know
can
my
say is
shit's
I
tripping
didn't
for
do
some
it.
reason. I got it.
What just
I
happened?
didn't. I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
How was it not?
Oh
It,
well. You know what I thought about, and again, George got us set up. So okay, who touching shit? Now I'm getting pissed.
There you
it
go.
wasn't me. I
So
didn't
I
do
just
that.
I clicked on George and I put to add him back to the stage, and all of us popped back in because all of us were on remove at the bottom. So I said maybe if I just hit his, then all of us will come back up.
Yeah. All right. See, letting them touch shit. Letting them touch. See, is that a good touch or a bad touch?
One love, George is out of here.
Hey, George.
All right, be good, fam.
Yeah, honey, the party in the background. Hey.
Hey, he earning his keep for a change. He earned his keep. George is doing the damn thing. I like it.
He definitely is. He definitely is.
Hey, look, we out here. Got it on mute. But we out here. Me and my nigga, we out here. We out here. We out here doing what we do. Living baby.
They out there, baby.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, honey, they're out there. Definitely. So, guys, that is it for me for the 411 and the what the hell.
All right. I got a couple of random ones just because I think it's funny, and I had a good time looking at some of the stuff. So I'm gonna throw those out at you since we just doing it because really, yeah, you know, why not?
Why he stuck his middle finger up? that thing.
But yeah, that's good. It's good to see G-Dub. So but oh boy. I just be thinking about this shit. Damn, 120 leaving kids in the car. She ought to be punching them up, bro. See, now I'm just getting. Oh, I ain't really got a whole lot of sports and all that, and all that because guys, I've been cutting weight and I've been training for stuff. So listen, I ain't. I'm not even gonna get into, but I am going to shout out. Huh?
Did you vote on the ESPYs?
You asked me that because you know. Yeah, you know I don't watch that bullshit. I got to get it to come up first. Sorry, folks, using a new computer on top of all the other chicanery I got to deal with. So, you know, yeah, bear with it, brother.
Oh, congratulations on your new computer. What kind you get?
No, I mean it's just I got like 4 computers. I'm just saying, like it's one of the computers I trade on, and I don't use it very often, but I've been using it for the past couple of weeks. Blah blah blah. So thank you. It's a Chromebook, but it's a Chromebook, not my HP. So I should probably learn better how to use it without a mouse. How about that? And that's one thing for squirting. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, there was a black jockey, and by jockey I mean horse jockey, who won. You know, he won for this. The first time a black rider has won, and now they say in the 111-year history, and maybe it's just the respective race because whether people know it or not, all the original jockeys were black, and that's something that a lot of people don't know because you see like a lot of French and whatever guys and all that, but all the original jockeys were actually black. So that being said, yeah, congratulations to this gentleman because I guess, like we said, I guess it's the first time in whatever, 111 years and things like that. So anyway, we'll get to it. But while I do that, because as you can see, I'm struggling to pull it up. So
no, go ahead. So struggle a little bit. So check this out. I want to say something right quick because I found this right. I know it was the funniest shit, but I just have to say it. Okay. Hey y'all, sorry I'm not engaged, but I am out here in Memphis, Tennessee, doing what I do. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Love y'all. Love you too, George.
Yeah, hang with that dude. I wouldn't. That's our guy.
Okay, so check this out, guys, because this was funny to me, so I had to make sure that I take screenshots on it just so I could read it, right? So a man established a zoo, and he made the entrance fee $300, but nobody went there. So he reduced it to $200, but still no one came. He then reduced the fee to $10, but still people didn't come. So this is what he did. Finally, he went ahead and he made the entrance free. And soon the zoo was filled with people. Then he quietly locked the gate of the zoo, set the lions free, and made the exit fee $500. Now everybody paid. The moral of the story, as you go about in life, beware of cheap or free offers. If it's free, most likely you are the product.
That is,
I thought that was neat. Can you imagine? I paid $1,000 to get out of that zoo. You let the lights out.
Man,
I kind of like that. That's kind of cool. It's a little bit macabre, but that's kind of cool. So now I will say, what's going on in my home state of Missouri? Because man, look, these dudes, this dude, there was like a serial whatever dude that was sexually torturing women in Excelsior Springs, which is just a little bit north of KC and Liberty, and it made headlines. Yeah, this dude was tripping. I mean, he was doing that whole red room of pain thing. One woman escaped with a gag on herself and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. So, like I said, this dude was tripping.
Was he kidnapping them and doing this, or doing a home invasion and doing it?
No, kidnapping, and I mean, unfortunately, like a lot of that stuff, like it didn't end well. Like a lot of it didn't end well. Yeah, so it was definitely a case where there was one woman that did get away, and she was the one that actually kind of blew the whistle on him. Yeah, he didn't. And it was funny, and not funny, haha. But Kansas City's kind of notorious because I know CB remembers Bob Berdella back in the day. Bob Berdella was a serial killer in KC that made, he made the national, FBI's most wanted and all that. Live right down the street from my football coach and one of my best friends, the Joneses. And it was what's the name of the park over on Brush Creek where we used to go in Westport area by Westport High School.
That's not Loose Park, is it?
Oh, it'll come to me later on.
It's a plaza.
But yeah, KC we kind of notorious for some of this goofy shit, man. I'm like, what are you people doing? Yeah,
something in the water.
No, I ain't drinking that shit. Like I said, it might be, but I don't know. So, oh shit. And let's see. Well, yeah. So your boy's struggling today. So anyway, I'm pulling a Mimi right now with the one she sent me last week. Yeah, trying to get my shoe leather to pull up. Bam, bam.
I have a quick question.
Go.
What's the difference between Jim Jones and Donald Trump?
Come on.
Yeah,
they'll both give you the Kool-Aid, except one will make you pay for the Kool-Aid.
Okay.
I got nothing. Like I said, don't know. Not sure where that came from, but
I don't know either. I don't even know either. And Jim Jones, look, I'm gonna tell you something. I love you guys dearly over there. I ain't got nothing to do with that, okay? Because it's so ironic that my artist is still over there with that camp before she came over to this camp. So FYI, don't start no shit. Jim Jones, they're my people over there.
Not that Jim Jones. I'm talking about the Jim Jones that did a massacre on his followers.
Okay.
He gave them Kool-Aid. They drank poisonous Kool-Aid and everybody died. So my thing is, when you think about Cult 45, everybody is, literally drinking in the Kool-Aid, taking the Kool-Aid, accepting the Kool-Aid, except one will charge them for the Kool-Aid. That's the difference.
I think this shit's funny. Sorry.
When you think you're the best, somebody always has it better. When you think you're the best, okay, somebody always has it better. Let's go.
Look at your boy Carr. Your boy Carr. Look at laughing. A fancy automobile.
I do so much massage.
Wow.
And I'm just gonna say it for all the people in the back seats, my nigga. Look, man. Hey, that shit, I thought that was. I don't know. I just thought that was funny. I had to show. I had to show it. That's just funny to me. Oh, okay. I mean, listen, that's perfectly fine. But hey, I I think that man should have a crown. He wins this day. But okay.
Whatever happened to chivalry? When did it all break down? Seems like everyone's selling their bullshit in this town. Whatever happened to loyalty? Nobody's got your back. Is it your friends or is it your enemies on the attack? Everybody wants to be something they're not and have shit they ain't got. Don't be a dick. Don't be an asshole. Just be nice. You don't have to be that guy. Show some respect. Just be a person. Love one another. You don't need a reason why. Don't be a dick.
Welcome to Does This Make Me a Dick with Roger Hawkins.
Man, look. I think she was such a good sport about that. She definitely deserves a dinner and a movie or something like that. I thought that shit was great. That was just a great little clip. I think the shit's funny.
Wow.
So,
Krista,
yeah.
You got any movies? You got anything for us?
Yeah, what you been watching? Go yeah, what you been watching? Cause
Nothing.
Listen. Okay, this I'm gonna do. I love you. So I'm about to put you on blast. We talked about this.
Uh-oh.
From a movie standpoint, it ain't that many movies out. Yeah, so who cares? But again, there's more stuff on like Hulu, Netflix, and all these other things, movies included, but series that you can check out. Like, I mean, you can stream free stuff. There's so many free streaming apps. It's not even funny. I wouldn't even go to the show for real. So that's why I'm like, don't even go to the movies like that. Like, matter of fact, I saw what you call it? What's the name of it? Axel Foley. I saw Axel. Remember we talked about that?
I did too.
What'd you think?
So yeah, I went and checked it out.
Yeah, so we watched it 2 nights ago. Gary and I did. It was pretty cool.
Did you?
Yeah.
I here's what I give Eddie Murphy credit for. You got to give him some love because even with the second Coming to America, which I thought stunk, I love that he closes like the circle. He brings everybody back that he can full circle. So I respect that. You know what? It was still pretty cool. It was entertaining enough.
He looks good. He really does look good.
He's 64. He's 64.
Yeah.
And he had his daughter, she looked cute. He had his daughter in there with him, her husband. They were both cops that arrested him. I'm like, Eddie Murphy got like 313 kids. He's like the original Nick Cannon. He was Nick Cannon before Nick Cannon was Nick Cannon. Because Eddie Murphy got a tribe.
And they look good too. They're beautiful kids.
Oh yeah, good looking, good. But shit, what's her name? Was bad girl before she got with who was it? Babyface, Michael. They all recycle. But Nicole, she's fine. So yeah, they made some real good looking young women and men and stuff like that. So I enjoyed kind of the full circle, the finishing up of it and all that. Because number three was trash. Oh, number 3 stunk. Yeah, 1 and 2 were great. 1 and 2 that just you ain't gonna, that's classic. Number 3, he was kind of in his such a superstar thing. He was making movies everywhere. It was like it was quality stage, and he had lost that edge because he was doing like Dr. Dolittle and shit like that. It's hard to keep that edge, but I think he finished up well, so we can yeah, you can kind of let that go. So good for Eddie. Good for Eddie.
Yeah.
That's all. But yes, I saw it. So good for Eddie. Yeah, we talked about that. So yeah, now I know we got we into the second hour. I know we gonna jump into some other stuff, but now there's some things I got to. Okay, did y'all hear? And I'm gonna pull it up too. Give me a second. Did y'all hear about the whole you can buy land in heaven?
No.
Okay, so I heard about that, and to me, I just thought it was so stupid that I just kept it moving and didn't pay too much attention to it.
So you look. I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna show it to everybody, but this goes into my segment, and you'll see why. Shit. Because if you want to know the truth about it, look. I think it's funny. It's stupid, but I think it's funny, and it's America. So why not? Well, it's just people. It's just people. People are weird, man. That's the best way I could put it. That's just the best way I could put it. So yeah, I'm gonna let y'all check this out. Here we go. Look, hey, some of you heathens need this now. It ain't me. It ain't me because Jesus got a soft spot for funny assholes. I just want y'all to know that. But
it's called content.
Check this out.
Oh Lord. Wow.
A Christian church out there selling land plots in heaven. The church is selling these plots starting out at $100, and you can pay in installments. And there's already been millions of dollars collected by the church. The church is named the Church of End Times, and its leader claimed that in 2017 he had a meeting with God, and God authorized the sale of plots near God's palace, even offering mortgages on this land, and it guarantees you a spot in heaven regardless of the size plot that you buy. Could this possibly be one of the biggest real estate deals on the planet? I want your thoughts in the comments below. Follow me for more stock, stake, and investing.
The biggest real estate scams in the planet. Scam. Who the hell does that? You might as well say that that's just a unique way for people to just pay into tithes and offerings.
No, it ain't even about tithes and offerings. That is, look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Maybe this makes me a dick. I think this is genius. Here's why. Because when you've got people that are I'm not shitting on people's beliefs and things like that, because you got like some older folks, man, they really, really are riding for certain things. But you know what? If what you supposedly believe doesn't lead you to think that you're going to go wherever you want to go, and you think this is the way to do it, so you bribing Jesus now. You bribing God is what you're trying to do. Look here, Lord, I'm going to put 100 on something. I'm going to put 50 on it. Come on. How pathetic do you have to be? So whoever thought of this, I think is a genius. I'm sorry. I think the people that are doing it are idiots, but it's whatever. I'm about to fire you. I'm about to fire your monkey.
No, bring them back.
Damn nerves. But like I said, don't get mad because y'all trying to find a way to put that shit on layaway.
That is freaking stupid and retarded. But the church done made millions. For the people to even think to themselves, let's all just go ahead and put this money into this, and then something happens to you and you can't even go to them. So
this is where the church needs to go, because that's crazy.
Look at how many scams are run, like Ponzi schemes and stuff are run through the church on senior citizens with limited income and stuff like that. They get built for millions. Y'all saw Pastor Bling go to jail. That boy in New York. They socking it to people, man. Socking it to people. So. Anyway.
People getting sucked into it for real. It's just a sorry thing.
Yeah, they are.
But shit, whatever.
Yeah, they are. So anyway, let's kind of get up into it because I want to hear your thoughts. So CB, go ahead with your ridiculous ass and introduce the subject. You're getting all
the subject tonight is can a toxic relationship affect your health?
Can a toxic workplace or relationship affect your health?
So you're just talking toxic period. Work, personal, whatever, right?
Yes.
Mm. I'm sure there are some stories because some people just, they just attract it.
A toxic relationship, definitely.
You
A toxic
have
workplace, you can leave. You can walk away from your job. But if you're in I mean, you can walk away from a relationship too, shit. But I mean, if it's toxic, you try to get counseling, you try to do whatever it is that you need to do to get it untoxic. And if you can't, just bye.
Okay, so by definition to you, what do you consider toxic? Because I mean, that word gets thrown around a lot, but what do you consider that? So like I say, to some people is one thing, some is another. What do you consider that? What's
Somebody
toxic?
that comes with a bunch of baggage and they continue the baggage of their past into the new relationship and da 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 and da 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 and the ex this and the kids that and the fighting and the this that and then it becomes a part of your everyday world now. You can't get away from that. That's toxic.
And so in your opinion, like how
you might start drinking as a result. Now you're taking shit out on me because the ex is giving you shit with the kids. La 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 la. And then you come home and you bring all that negative shit at home, and now the home is negative. Like that type of stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Now, okay, my thing is, what's a reasonable amount of, I guess, baggage or whatever to deal with? And I definitely want to get into this one. This yeah, we can always count on our girl to come with some
I was in a very toxic sister friend relationship, but I didn't realize it until I started dating my dude.
Okay, we gonna get back to that. So when somebody's bringing baggage, when you say bringing baggage with the ex and this, that, and the third, see, I don't know if I would even go forward. Is this something you knew about, or something you said, okay, I'll work with you on? Like, how did that operate?
No, it's something that was sprung on after the relationship started, and you're a couple of months in, and he's been hiding it because he don't want to bring that, but all of a sudden he decided he wants to talk about it. Because it's like, babe, something is bothering you. I know it is. Let's talk about it because we don't hide things from each other. What's going on? And then all of a sudden, ta-da! Here comes this bomb. And then now that I know, then it's like I can tell her anything. So I'm going to continue bringing this to her. And it's like, dude, that is too much. Handle that stuff. You don't handle the stuff. And it keeps coming across. And then it's like, okay, hold on. Because now you're getting dragged into court. Now I'm going to court with you. And it's
court? What the fuck? Damn, Mimi, your shit be heavy.
I'm just saying, hey, look, some people go through stuff, That don't mean I brought it on. That mean it came with the package. You know what I'm saying? I just couldn't deal with too much of that shit. I was like, hold on, wait a minute.
That shit, wow.
We ain't doing that.
So see again. I can't say nope, that's not true. That's not true. I very, very briefly will say very briefly, in my early 20s. But the thing is that the so-called toxicity was, okay, if someone keeps showing up, if they keep showing up and trying to get back in, which it's going to happen. But this is what I do. That's where you give an ultimatum. You say, hey, okay, listen, whether someone has a kid, whether the only thing you can do is if you share a kid, that's one thing. You figure it out, or I'll remove myself. I don't care. But I would say, I learned working at a club that a lot of people, there's certain demographics that's what they do. The whole fighting with my ex, arguing with my ex, that's a lifelong commitment. Yes. I didn't know that. That shit is a no-go for Raj. You can't tell me that because if you still argue or you still get into it, that means that's an emotional attachment. That's empowerment, which means we can't be together because if you can't that tie, especially if you don't have a kid with them, we got to talk about this is not a problem anymore. I'm gone. So that blows my mind that people entertain that.
Yes, no, and I can't. Because what happens is then the problem becomes my problem because then I get involved.
See, exactly. And you have to.
And you don't want to, but you have to because it's like,
I agree.
What is the real problem? Like, let's try to fix this thing. You mad he moved on? You mad I'm cute? What is it? What are you mad about? What's you so mad? The kids love me? What is it?
The majority of that's a possession thing. That's a possession and envy. It's like if someone's, in that seat that I once reserved, then I'm gonna be beefing or whatever. So I think that's how that goes. And if it's not a clean break, because listen, I know one thing about us is we can tell some lies. It's good, I'm not there and all that, and then you sneaking back over, every now and then. There has to be clear cutting, and there has to be severing of ties and all that. And it doesn't happen. It's not easy.
Right.
But I don't know how people keep going through that. Broken windows and getting into it in public and all this spectacle and shit. I don't get it. What's toxic?
Crystal want to say so much. She been down there holding it down. Mama, go. I feel you blow up down there.
You know me so well, sister. All right, so according to the Oxford Dictionary, the definition of toxic is poisonous, such as the dumping of toxic water, something that's very harmful or unpleasant.
That ain't what we're talking about. That ain't what we're talking about. That ain't what we're talking about.
In a pervasive or insidious way, i.e. a toxic relationship. So based on that, when you think of toxic, it's not good. But the thing is this: if you are getting in a relationship with someone, say later in life, like when you're in your 20s or 30s or 40s or whatever, like 30s or above, then that person more than likely was in a previous relationship. You can't really count puppy love like being a teenager or something like that and being with someone. But when you get older and you're getting in a relationship with someone that's been with someone else, everyone comes with baggage. It's just the way it is. There's no one that enters into a relationship where if it ended previously in a bad way, that doesn't have baggage, that wasn't affected in some way by that other relationship. You may you may go into your new relationship with an open mind, but you're still scarred by what happened before. Whether people want to admit it or not, it's still there. But the thing is, in a relationship, if this is a person that you want to get to know, if this is a person that you see a potential with, then there's some people that will stay and help you unpack that baggage and peel back those layers.
Shit. I ain't unpacking shit. Ain't nothing to unpack. You better come in with a clean slate, and I'm coming with my clean slate. And if things happen in between, we're gonna handle it like grown-ups. That's just it. I don't want to hear shit about nobody.
Are you talking about now? You talking about now? You mean?
Yeah, in our age now. Like, of course, we dating, and you date people that have had history.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear none of that shit. None of that shit is none of my business.
But the thing is, our mindset is different now, though. But I'm talking about being in a toxic relationship. Sometimes you're in a toxic relationship and you don't realize that you are, or you ignore the red flags. There's so many things that show or display or that are off, that that your relationship isn't right. But it's a choice whether you stay or if you go. And some people have this Captain Save-A-Ho mentality. They don't mean it disrespectfully, but that's what it is. Where some women feel like they can change him, or they can fix it. But there are some people that are broken, and sometimes there is no fixing it, because you can't fix someone that doesn't want to be fixed. You can't help someone who doesn't want to help, and you can't make someone see if they're purposefully being blind.
Right.
You can't. It's like you can lead a horse to water, even though he's ready to fall out and faint, but you can't make him drink the water, and that's just what it is.
But now, whose place is it, if you don't mind? Whose place is it to make that determination? Because I like what you just said. As a rule, you ladies tend to be nurturers, and you want to be the fixers and things like that. But are you the professional who is deemed, worthy or not worthy, but you're deemed that professional that can say, you've got this issue, you should seek help, you should do this? Now, if it's if it's something you don't want to deal with, like again, if it's making your hair fall out and you're staying up late at night stressing and you're losing weight or gaining weight or doing whatever, then you say that's affecting me.
Right.
The only thing you really do is say I have to go. But to try to make someone do something, that's not our job. And I think you're right. I think we do that out of love because we don't want to leave, but you can't make someone do something. If they say I'll agree to maybe, okay, let's try it like this for a minute and let's try it like that. But I think that's exactly what happens with most of us. We don't want to leave.
And then I also think too, it's the fact that some people feel like they'd be deemed a failure if they didn't give it the old college try. Like those people who know they're in a toxic marriage but they refuse to get a divorce, even though both parties are miserable, but they don't want to give up on the marriage. Like when you get married, it's supposed to be till death do you part. And you have to think about that.
Bang, bang.
Right. And then when it falls apart, neither wants to be the one to admit that, it was my fault.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
They try to reflect the blame on the other person, and sometimes
accountability is a man.
Sometimes it needs to be some inward reflection on figuring out, what went wrong. And it's sometimes it's not whose fault it is. It's just you just grow apart, and some people don't want to even admit the fact that they're growing apart. It's like, no, we're just tired. We work all the time. No, he's just tired. He comes home. He doesn't pay attention to me. He's just tired. Oh, no, there's no way he'd cheat on me. Oh, no, there's no way she'd cheat on me. And you just have to come to the realization, when it's over, it's over. When it's gone, it's gone. And sometimes you can't get that spark back because the match is wet. It's done.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, yeah, I can ride with you on that. I think the interesting thing, though, is the only thing that I would say, and I know this is going to shock y'all, the only thing that I would probably disagree with is the whole, if you both claim don't want to go somewhere and do something, and like if I can look at you and say, hey, did you do your absolute best? Did you try your hardest? And you can honestly, and I ain't saying, our version of truth. I'm saying if you can bang out, like I'll write out everything I did or didn't do and all that, and I'm okay with that, then yeah, you're right. You should be free to do what you want. But if you profess to want something, and then we're not talking physical abuse and all that, because that's a different, we're just talking about like whether you want to call it neglect or whether you want to call it lack of attention or affection, or you want to say, because when I hear things like I outgrew her or we just grew apart or she did that, the majority of that's bullshit, because you know what you like about someone, you know what you don't like about them, and those will not change. You may have overlooked them, but I do agree that some people, I'm just going to say, some people don't know how to work for a relationship. You want to know why? They come too easily, and those are the ones that when it gets tough and they have to work, shit falls apart. Because, and I don't believe the 50-50, nothing like that. It's just a matter of, if you've never really had to work for something, you don't know how to. That's just the
thing is, but we as women, when we're done, we're done.
That's everybody.
When it's fed up, we're done. Yeah. That's it. There's no fixing it. There's no amount of counseling, nothing, no amount of therapy. It is done. When it is done.
So what makes you think that? What makes you think that someone who's very self-aware, that's a man, isn't the same way?
I'm not saying that it's not. I'm just saying I can only speak as a woman because I am a woman, and I know for me, when I'm done, I'm done. And usually it's a situation where I'm the one that's done, and then they're ready to make a 360 and change things and make things better. But when
you the same one that says you just decide you want to cheat?
Nothing. That's it. She wrote, sayonara, hasta la vista, bye bye. Bonjour, bye. I'm done. I'm out of here.
Done. But is that because you just don't want to put the work in, or it's just because you're like, and so again, now I'll go with this.
CJ. She said, I agree with CB, even if they have never had a real relationship, people have mommy daddy issues, which causes toxic bad. Yep, that's true.
Oh my God. So I've never been in a relationship with somebody who's had mommy daddy issues, like mommy daddy involved.
that you know of, because I feel like be they good or bad, I think everybody has something. Whether your parents were both there,
But mommy daddy issues.
well, by mommy dad, and I'm not. I don't want
I
to
don't
speak.
okay. So in what content? In mommy's always in the relationship, daddy's in the relationship. That's who they run to whenever shit is happening. Or mommy daddy issues where they've had mommy daddy issues and now they come here and they're expecting you to fill in that gap. Because I ain't no mommy daddy. Ain't no
But
mommy
okay,
daddy when that bedroom door closed.
that's a good point though. Look, most guys like being called daddy. We just don't want to have an issue.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I guess my thing is this, and again, I don't know if JJ is going to respond to that or not. So, like CB said, I've only been a guy, only dated women. She's only been a woman. My thing is
that I know of, yeah.
right. But listen, I don't know if you was Christopher in your past life, but I'm cool with that.
It would be a Crystal, thank you.
Oh, that's even worse.
JJ say I have a really good male friend who has severe daddy issues and can't get past them. It's truly stunted his growth, and he's 48.
Now that is different because most of the time we have mommy issues, ladies have daddy issues, and by those issues, people, we just mean either that person wasn't around or the relationship was very, very empty. It wasn't fulfilled. You didn't get what you needed from them. And I'm just going to say, from what I've experienced in my life, most of the ladies that have daddy issues, it's either because he either was not there and then they looked for a surrogate in the men they dated. And that comes with a lot of, things from dating older guys, or maybe some older guy caught you up early. And so your thinking changes young, or also it's that daddy or someone like a father did some inappropriate shit. That's oftentimes daddy issues. Or it could be that daddy worked, didn't pay attention to you, didn't talk to you. Every one of us, when you become a parent, guess what? It's your first time, which means you ain't gonna do it 100% right. But if you don't work to get better at your job, it's going to manifest itself eventually.
Right.
And so dudes with mommy issues, same difference. Mama was tripping, or mama was trying to make you her husband, or mama was not doing certain things. And that's why a lot of dudes have these quote unquote mommy issues, because mama usually is the one in the house. So I'm trying to figure out, like, a dude with daddy issues, like, damn, that means like, and if your dad wasn't there, I understand. I've had to explain to him that he's idolized his mom and she wasn't much better, even if she did raise him. Ooh, that part. His dad was around, he still doesn't want a relationship with him except for once every few years. So yeah, this cat.
Because most men
he needs some serious counseling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can still have counseling even at 48 years old. You can get counseling, and you know what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know how to look. I don't know how none of that shit works, because I've been through some shit growing up. I was raised by my one mom. I've gone through some hell, and guess what? You dump that shit, you pray about it, and you keep it freaking moving.com. Point blank. Somebody screws up, you keep it moving. That's just what it is. Man, the world is fucked up. What are we gonna do?
But didn't that help? Didn't that help shape who you've become?
Yes, but of course.
That's that. So I think that's what we're saying. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
And you know what? Not being funny, Russ is with you. Russ is with you. I will say this. I think most of us that have like a particular type of resolve, we look at it like that. Yo, you got to keep pushing. You got to keep going. I agree, because I think like that very much too. I can't let something stop my show.
Yes, no.
But some people are stunted. Some people are emotionally stunted by that because they can't get past it. If you don't have closure, I don't care if you're 80. I don't care if it's not going to happen.
No closure is no closure, and that's the reason why you got to move forward. Because what the fuck are you gonna do with no closure? Harbor it? Hell to the nah. It is what it is. Deuces.
But some people do harbor it, and it affects them to the day they depart this world.
That's
everybody handles things differently. Some of us are strong and we can, walk through fire and survive.
Like I said, my friend has never had a true relationship and is still a virgin at 48.
Whoa.
So
that's really deep.
I know you ain't trying to blast him, but this is the point that we're saying. I actually have a very good friend and colleague who is a professional therapist, and so I get to hear things that people say in their 70s and 80s, spouses died, that they still are affected to this day. So like, this shit is real. I mean, one day I may call and see if she won't come on, but I mean, a dear friend of mine that one of my boys from football used to date her daughter, and it's amazing what people will like tell you if you ask them. And I'm just like, yo, that shit is wild because you realize like people are still dealing with that marriage and kids and whatever else later. So for anybody who has gotten therapy or anybody who has gotten over things, good for you. But I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna kind of end mine with it. If you're in the relationship with someone, stop fucking telling people what they need to do. Like you're not.
Right.
Don't tell somebody
That's
to get
true.
or it, at the very least say, hey, I would like us to go talk to someone. I just really would for myself. But don't point at me and point at you and go, you need help. That's such a
there are different levels of communication. You want to talk with someone, not at them.
Right.
There's a difference between how you deliver a message as to how it's going to be, received.
Sure.
So if someone is like, you need to do this, you need to do that, already you're going to be on the defensive. Like,
oh yeah, and don't do that shit to me because I need to do it.
Yeah, I need to tell you something. But that's true. If you don't have a degree up on the wall that has MD, PhD, or something like that, you should shut what they call the hell up, because that's super, super insulting. So because you don't like, and I'm not, and it doesn't mean that maybe they don't have a point, but the easiest way to get someone to not do it is to insist that they do it.
Well, sometimes it's not what you say, but how you say it.
Yes. Yeah. I try to be understanding about stuff, but
my thing is,
that's communication 101. It's not, sometimes it's not what you say, but how you say it. I could say the same thing, like, you really need to stop smoking. It's bad for your health. I'm saying, that cigar looks.
I'm gonna tell you, it's a Drew Estates Java. I'm gonna be like, this is hard.
But by me saying you need to stop smoking,
right,
you're gonna already be on the fence.
You're right. I tell people either lead by. This is a good point. Lead by example, or you can say, hey, I did this once upon a time. You can put it out there. But you're right. When we start to ride down on people and go, you shouldn't do that. Who the fuck died and made you?
Right.
Because everybody has vices, habits, baggage, as we say, things like that.
Right.
But the one thing that'll turn someone off for you is judgment. And now I'm never going to tell you anything again.
Exactly. And I love talking. I love having conversations about what it is that's bothering somebody. And if they're open.
Why are you so angry? Why are you so angry, Mimi? Why are you so mean and angry?
Yeah, well, sometimes they need to get that off their chest.
Let me tell you something. I don't be mean and angry to nobody in my relationships. I be loving. Every now and then, a little spitfire comes out, but that's just to let you know that I got.
You gotta get your point across. You gotta get your point.
I might like that.
As an Uber driver, people would get in the car and then they would just start talking to me about their deepest, darkest secrets, and I'm just like, well, damn.
What's the real crazy thing about Uber though? That they make you watch these videos before you start Ubering, right? And the videos clearly tell you, do not have conversations with these people because they're gonna come in there, they're gonna detox, and all you can do is just, wow, well, you know what? I'm sorry that you're having that type of day. You do not engage in that, because when you start getting it, you're now becoming a friend. They want your number.
I always do. I can't turn that off because I'm a compassionate person. And if a girl is crying in my back seat uncontrollably, I'm gonna ask her,
got some napkins right here. You go, sweetheart.
Right. Hey.
I'm gonna ask her if she's okay.
You changed the whole thing, Crystal. Like, what kind of music you like, baby? Let's
never do that. I care too much, and that's what the problem is. People just don't give a fuck anymore.
Well, you know what? You couldn't even imagine all these people that you're picking up and dropping off and picking up and dropping off, and now they're dumping off on you, and then now you go home with the thoughts of, damn, this person wanted to kill himself. This one done beat up his girl. These had sex in my car.
I go home with the thought and the feeling.
They do those things.
I made an impact, that I made a difference in their life. Because when they ride with me, I make them feel heard. When they ride with me, I make them feel like everything's going to be all right. And if I know of resources that may be able to help, because
You're so sweet, Krista.
I picked up this little girl who she had a baby with her, and she was fleeing from her partner. He had beaten her. She had bruises all over her face.
Now that's a whole different can of worms. Like I would be like, look, let's call the police.
And I took her we went to the fire station. The police station was locked, but so we went to the fire station and I got her help. But, just in those situations, I had this chick who ran out of a house and said, go, 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 go. And we ended up getting chased by a psycho. And I literally, that was the first and only time I ever got on the highway going.
I don't think Uber understands how sick. It's stuff that happens.
It's a jungle out here. Like literally, it is.
Yeah.
But when people ride with me, they feel heard. When people ride with me, they feel safe. And they feel like when they get out the car, they realize that everything is going to be okay. And so when I go home, I feel like I've made an impact, that at least I tried to help someone or brighten someone's day or make the world, a less bad place, at least for those 30 minutes in a car or 10 or however long. So I feel good about that. So I know Uber says don't engage, but that's not who I am. If I can help, then I help. That's just me.
What the hell?
Not everybody is like that.
Did you read this? Did you read this madness right here?
This page is not set up for me to read.
Oh,
Siri said Siri don't want no parts of it.
I don't even understand how. I have this phone on mute, y'all.
Apparently you don't.
No, it's really on mute. Like she should not have even came on.
Listen, we being tapped and listened to. Big Brother ain't letting you get away with shit. I'm sorry, folks. I had to say it just because it's CB and I can. I apologize. I hope those young ladies are okay.
Not the horrible cook. So anyway, JJ said my only real toxic relationship was with myself and how I treated myself. How I allowed myself to be treated and never said anything negative or tried to defend myself.
Yeah. And that is true, because if you don't love yourself or even like yourself, you're going to allow yourself to be mistreated.
Oh, I love myself. Man.
Yeah, I do. And there's so many people who don't understand their worth,
But I think our words and actions don't match up. Sometimes I say this in all honesty. If you ask anybody, do they love themselves? 99.8% of people are going to say, yes, I do. I absolutely do. Those are words. But if we look at day-to-day operations, history, tendency, it speaks oftentimes very, very opposite to what we say. It's not a matter of you look and go, oh, I hate me, I want to do whatever. Some people do. But I just mean saying, yes, I love me and I want the best for me, and then going out and actually doing that shit in practicum is different. And so I think for these same people, if you ask these people in the back of your vehicle, do you love yourself? Do you really care if you live or die? Do you da-da-da-da-da? Most of the time, unless they're at the edge of their rope, they're going to say, yes, I do. But then they go right back into the exact
You don't even ask that shit. You end up with somebody to say, what the F you talking about? Why you ask me something like that? Because folks will pop off.
But guess what? Look at everybody, look into your history. Let me ask you this. If that's the case, how come your first relationship, it wasn't your only one? How come your second relationship wasn't your only one? Now, I'm going to say this because, again, I'm glad y'all are here looking at me because I love you both. But me included, how come my first relationship wasn't the first one? It doesn't mean we were quote unquote abused or done wrong. It means for whatever reason,
right,
something happened. It came to an end. We did what we did. But like you said earlier, we've learned since we were teens and 20s. So to say, yes, all along, I've been at that, I've loved me, I've whatever, not entirely true. And it's not on purpose. You didn't know how. You had to either learn or be shown one way or the other. And I think there's something great in growth. There's a lot of great and good in growth, but admission, self-awareness, all of that shit, that accountability is very important because, and again, I give it up to Jay again, because like I said, this one right here got a glass forehead. She transparent as fuck. I appreciate that. I really do. Because most people won't come in and be like, yeah, I went left. We won't take blame, but we'll give blame and then we'll take credit. And that's what gets us in the same thing over and over again. I'm cool. I did my thing. I'm blah, blah, blah.
The thing is, not everybody is exempt from that. No one, and now I'm going to say this, and I can say this without confidence. No one on this earth can say they've never had dark thoughts. No one on this earth can say they've never done things that they're not proud of. No one can say that.
Well, what you mean by dark thoughts, though? I mean, you mean to do
Yeah, I was
something
just about to ask that question too.
for yourself.
Dark thoughts could be, you know, where you're contemplating doing things that you normally wouldn't do. Or
like what? Give us an example.
I mean, it could be just a variety of things. Such as, for example, as a kid and you shoplift, you know it's wrong. You know you're not supposed to, but you give into peer pressure and you do it. I mean, everyone
anything from anybody's store. Hell no, my mom would have chopped my hands off.
Right, but
I'm just using that as an example. Like,
yeah, I know, and I'm really here thinking like,
Yeah, but we're also talking about stuff that is physically, emotionally, and all that effective to you. You know what I mean? In other words, if you're always fighting, that's toxicity, and that it can end up ending you. So that can affect health. I mean, dark thoughts. Shit. I mean, if you're with someone long enough, if you're at a job long enough, if you do anything long enough, you had hell. I probably did that 48 hours ago. It's a matter of
what I'm saying. Everyone has gone there, is what I'm saying. No one is exempt from that.
But it's about how you handle it. It's a level of maturity that you have to have for one to be able to like take all these things, compartmentalize, move forward, or not address them, or not like, you know, some people are just really messed up. Some folks don't even know how to do that.
Did or do those thoughts affect you? That's really what it's about. Did they affect you? Because
if you let it, I think.
Yeah,
like by staying in bed or then that's a different whole nother not dating for 2 or 3 days. I mean, just letting it really take you there. True. It can happen, and it's called depression. It happens to many people.
In all honesty, yes. Yeah.
I mean that's absolutely facts. I mean, I tell people, look, I'm fortunate in that the D word. I don't do depression. But yeah, we've all been in a not great spot on a particular day from time to time. Some people bounce out of it, some do not, and I know that spirals them down. And again, if you have a relative or a child or anybody that deals with it, it's tough. That can also be draining on other people. I wouldn't call it toxic though, because when someone is dealing with it, it can affect you. It can definitely bring you down. But then you have to go, okay, if you really care enough. Like, and CB said this earlier, if you actually want help and you want to change, then you'll say, you know what can we do? But if I don't say anything to anybody, the answer is always, what can we do? If they're not, what can we do? Because that makes someone feel included, involved, not ostracized. It makes them feel like, okay, you know what, this person, they're trying to help me instead of going, you should do this, you should do that. I think it's a big difference. But yeah, thoughts and stuff can bring you down. They can absolutely spiral you down if they're ongoing and ongoing. So
but they can only bring you down if you let them. Everything is a choice.
Well, you know what?
Everything is a choice.
I think that there are a lot of people. There are a lot of people that are going to disagree.
I'm sure they would. But I mean, at the end of the day, it is a choice. You do have a choice whether to take the green pill and go down the rabbit hole, or to stay in the matrix. You have a choice.
Listen, I'm not going to disagree with that. I'm all about you. I always say that. So I'm with you on that, Morpheus. I'm with you. You know?
like if I show up to you and I have meth, and I say, hey, why don't you try this?
I'm going to say I'm trying to cut back.
It's your choice whether you're going to do it or not.
I'm trying to cut back. I'm down to two a day.
And I already did my 2.
Right. I'm stuffed like a tick. I can't take it anymore. So you're right. It is choices, but for people that want help, that's where the change happens. Man, I feel bad for people that spiral down like that.
And this is the thing, right? I think I'm so sorry, Roger, for cutting you off. I think that people should allow themselves to mourn it, like get it out, cry it out, whatever it is, to let that thing out and not keep it in. Whether it's talk to somebody, whether it's sleep it off. When I'm stressed out or I feel like I'm going down that little rabbit hole, I pray and I take my ass to sleep. And when I wake back up, I'm like, oh shit, what I need to be doing. Like and it's just because it is going to happen. You have life, things that are happening, things whether it's with kids or parents or siblings or we're all going through all types of different things, and it's only so much that you can handle. So sometimes you gotta get away and throw a ball to a tree, some shit. I don't know, whatever that fix is that you need. You know what I'm saying? And just let it out. You know,
fight it, just fight it. Fight the tree.
Do your feet. You know what I'm saying?
Fix. You nailed it when you said the fix, and that's one thing that has always made me curious: is how does addiction start? Like having to get that fix, having fiending for something. How does that addiction start?
Honestly, I would venture to say, like, sometimes once he gets a fresh haircut and he shaves, I mean, boy, it's tough to say no. And then all of a sudden, you get the first one for free, and then all of a sudden, boy, they just lining up. They pay for it.
Okay.
I'm an asshole. Anyway, I don't know shit about addiction, but I do understand we all have things we like and love, and we do. But
because I watched my uncle struggle with that, God rest his soul, and it just I've always wondered, like, how.
JJ be so on your ass, Roger.
What I do? Listen.
You breathe.
I need you to understand. This is my truth. It's mine. That's fine. You know what? You got to be something in life. I might as well be that.
And that's something, in the coming months that I wouldn't mind us diving more deep into.
What? How people are becoming addicted to drugs and shit?
Not just addicted, period. Because there's so many different addictions. There's so many different addictions. Like I was watching something about addictions, and this one chick was addicted to eating the foam off a mattress.
Okay. You know what? I've seen that show.
Yeah,
I think I'm be honest with you. I think 80-90% of that's bullshit. I know people, the red clay and things like that, but you're gonna eat a foam seat and you're gonna eat shit that's gonna block you and kill you.
She was doing it on camera.
I saw a show like that where people were eating.
The nail polish.
This one chick was eating. She was addicted to eating ashes, and so when she would smoke her cigarettes, she would start licking and eating the ashes. I'm like, how do you get started doing some stuff like that?
I think addicted as a child. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a it's mental, but I think it's also what am I looking for? You know how like it's pacifying. Like Mimi said, you do it as a child, stuff like that becomes like a pacifier.
Or like chewing on ice. Like I used to do that a lot.
Your nails.
I used to love eating ice. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I am definitely like the nail biter. My nails are growing. I'm so happy. But I keep this on it, so it bothers me to even taste this shit, right?
Really?
The hard as nails thing.
Y'all need nervous. Yeah, those are nervous. Those are like not nervous
ticks. I need to get some of that because I got to strengthen my nails. Because for the longest, I was wearing fake nails. And so now these are my nails, and I'm trying to get them strong, but they're so.
But let me tell you something. I forgot how the kind of chemicals that they put in this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
That when you smell it, you like want to run out the room, and just like you open up this tiny little bottle to polish one nail, and the whole room smells like this. And I'm like, damn, we're really breathing this stuff in. And
is that acetone? Acetone?
No. This is just the nail polish. This is the hardest nail polish. But my little nails are growing back, and they're so sexy and pretty. But hey, I'm sorry.
Don't get excited if you got a scratch. Don't puncture your booty cheek.
We got to do OnlyFans for our nails.
Hey, that's what's up. Anyway, yeah, we did talk about the elbows and the knees, and we still haven't done it, guys. But
yeah, we need to do that.
Y'all on bullshit.
Folks are paying big money for feet.
I tried to tell y'all body part. It ain't even got to be the normal ones. Look, elbows, knees, and nails and shit. Look, show a picture of yourself.
I was scrolling, and maybe we should put up the disclaimer that I'm about to say.
Wow.
Well, we've got like 10 minutes left of the show. We've already said so much.
Right, we didn't already said all the shit.
Who's looking for a disclaimer?
Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
All right, so there's this new thing going around, and it happened to come across my radar, which I thought was weird. But have you heard of fisting?
Yes.
You know how like people have foot fetishes, so instead of fisting, now they're like using their foot instead of a fist.
Your foot to do what?
Mimi, you know what fisting is, don't you?
No, I really don't.
You don't know what fisting is?
We'll talk after the show. It just by the way I'm talking to you, you know what it is now. Yeah, okay then.
With a fist? Who does that? Ouch!
A lot
exactly.
A lot of people.
You know what? That's why shit is happening to people because they're sick.
Well, instead of a fist, they go for feet now. So instead of doing the fisting, they do the foot.
See, this is the thing. So I know that a whole baby could come out of us anywhere from I don't know, whatever pounds to like 13 pounds.
Goes up in us. A whole foot.
Who wants to go back in?
Hey, some people get paid a lot of money for that kind of thing.
Okay. Well, Crystal, I don't even know why you mentioned it because now I have a anyway.
Foot fetish?
The way my brain works.
We were talking about, the OnlyFans for our nails. That's what popped up. I was like, oh yeah, they're paying a lot of money for feet.
Anyway, yeah. Oh, what?
CB, what's your preference? Do you like?
You disgusted.
I am.
Oh Lord, uncover your face. It looks stink shit.
See. CB, do you prefer Anglican? Do you prefer African? What scrotoids do you prefer?
I like my big black mandingo man.
She likes her shit 70 years old and older because they hang low.
Ew. You know what? We've really gone. We're not no longer.
Y'all started this shit. Okay. So we're gonna have that's a whole nother situation.
That's a whole other show. That's a whole nother topic.
And hey, see, right there, you kicked out the club for that, JJ. You kicked out the club. Shit.
That's better than carpet munching.
Right, JJ.
Let me tell you something. That's why there's so many sick people. Carpet
munching.
Yeah,
because they eat burritos being made out of a toilet.
Yeah, that's why the eating out is
you poor neglected.
In a restaurant,
we ain't got enough time. You poor neglected women. That explains a lot, though. It does. Explains a whole lot. But you know what? We ain't got time for class, so we'll talk about that another day. I don't have my ruler, my yardstick. I don't have I don't have my chalkboard. I can't do it.
We should do a show on sex education, like do a real sex talk. Remember that show, Real Sex, that used to come on, and they would have like interviews with people on the street and stuff, and then they would interview like people who are like in the sex game. We should do like a show. One of our shows should be one and have a guest on who can give us some pointers or teach us some stuff about Karma Sutra and different positions and erogenous zones on the body, because the body has many erogenous zones.
Well, clearly you missed a couple. And you like Crystal likes feet, so I mean, there's that. And scroll.
I do not like feet. Where did that come from?
You the one look the shit up.
I didn't look it up. It just I was scrolling and I saw it, and it was so weird.
I promise you started talking about feeding. Is that what it was? What's the word?
Yeah, fisting and footing.
Because there's fisting, but now they do it with the feet.
So there's footing. So what is it called?
Probably. That shit ain't never popped. It ain't never popped up on my screen. So that whole "it just came up" shit, you can miss me with that, mama. But it just came up. That's like it just slipped in. That's like I fell on it. All right.
You know, there is some things that folks don't need to be exposed to. I'm really one of those people that certain things you can't tell me because then I want to do research. Like the shit is just bad.
I do research. I do that
y'all,
research just for educational purposes. You can learn a lot from that.
Yeah. Okay.
Educational purposes.
Next week's topic.
Footing. Fighting.
Why is footing so popular? Let's talk about it.
Fetishes.
Ooh, now there you go.
You're welcome.
Fetishes. Yes.
Some of y'all gonna stay awake. Some of y'all gonna stay awake and go to work late because it's gonna be on and swinging. Pun intended.
There are so many fetishes though. Like
Agreed.
So many fetishes. You would be shocked how many fetishes there are.
So we already know, guys, that next week's topic is going to be fetishes. Okay?
I wouldn't be. Mimi might be, but we can talk about that another day. I'm not here. You got nothing, boo. You got to get up pretty early in the morning to shock me. But I mean, listen, this is always fun when you get some new folks to the party and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm always willing to learn. Well, guys, look, I'm going to start out with me because, 3-4 minutes can roll up on us really, really quick because we start talking about something else. And we have. So we are now up on next week's topic. So it's going to be fetishes. For those of you who like fetishes, get your fetish friends and let's have popcorn next week, Wednesday, okay? Because it's going to definitely be on. It's going to be a little nasty.
JJ learned about fisting from a 19-year-old female. Right? I'm telling you. You can learn. You can learn a lot. I think it's healthy to watch.
I'm bringing generation of these kids. Anyway, look, guys, one love. God bless. JJ, thank you so much for joining us. We absolutely adore you, my love. I can't wait to meet you.
Appreciate you.
Russell, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. And everyone else that's on here and will be on here. And I will see you guys next week. One love. God bless.
Boy,
Roger.
Look, y'all better pack a lunch and get some rest because it's about to get IGNANT, I guess, next week. Man, here we go. Anyway, I got things to do. Take care of yourself. Hopefully I got, good info for you next week. Be cool.
Wow. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for rocking with us. As always, thank you, JJ and everyone. And Russell, thank you for chiming in, everyone. We appreciate your insight. Don't forget to visit us at cbandtheboys.org. And don't forget to continue to like us and subscribe. Share the video, share the love, share the show. We appreciate all the support that you guys have given us and will continue to give us. And we've got so much more in store for you guys. So stay tuned. So with that.
Well, I kind of think we're going to have to go early next week on that one, boy. Like I said, because I feel like the time is gonna roll on this one. So
yes, I'm gonna definitely cut down on my 411s just so we can have a really nice night.
I'm just throwing it out there.
I'm already mentally making that list because there's so many.
She's gonna come with a whole lot. Anywho, Crystal, roll us out.
All right, so thanks everybody, and we will see you next week, same time, same station. CB and the boys will be leaving the building. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We need the little cat. With no sound.
I can't say it like George. We said her.
So you know what? So what had happened was that